Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the free daily coaching hangout. Bert Bledsoe here with you, coming to you live from my home office here in Gardnerville, Nevada, for another episode of free daily coaching. This is a morning hangout. If you're not familiar with this, if this is the first time you're here, or maybe you're joining us from YouTube, we'd like to welcome you. We'd like to tell you that we meet here every morning, Monday through Friday. We do that at 7 a.m. Pacific time. And yes, we're broadcasting on webinars on air. So if you want to visit us, you want to come over and visit over at www.freedailycoaching.com to be able to register for the webinar, interact with us, say hello, say good morning. You'll see that we have a good tight-knit group of people that are here on the regular and that participate over in the chat, as well as all of those that come over that I see you each and every morning that are just being quiet, that don't like to participate in the chat, that just simply like to either view in on YouTube or come to the webinar, soak in the marketing info, and then apply it in your business. So I'd like to say good morning and welcome to each of you. I can see a few people over in the chat this morning. Looks like Whitman is here. Good morning, Whitman. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Elizabeth. My buddy Clive is here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to all of you. I see there's quite a few other people here that aren't chatting it up this morning. So good morning to each of you. This morning, we're going to talk again about different types of marketing. And today I wanted to address a question that I get all the time, and it's kind of a silly question, but not silly like that you wouldn't know the answer. Silly that we have to that we have to answer these types of questions over and over again, because really the reason that we do is because they're not being answered, right? These are questions that are happening on a regular basis in our marketplace, and people just don't know. So I want to answer that question and go over some of that this morning. I see that the Summer Sisters are here. So good morning and welcome to you, ladies. Good morning to Mario as well. Good morning, Kenny. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So let's talk about this for just a moment. Internet marketing. Is it different than online marketing? What really is the difference between online marketing, because you hear that term thrown around, and then internet marketing? And when you think about it, really, there is no difference, right? We're using that term interchangeably. However, I want to caution you that depending on who you're speaking with and who you're talking to, there may be, this isn't for sure, but there's a possibility that you're talking about a little bit of a different thing depending on who you're talking to. So what do I mean by that? Well, depending on who you're talking to, how they may be speaking about internet marketing and online marketing as two different things. Let me explain exactly what I mean. If you're talking to someone that's strictly an internet marketer, they may be just using techniques and marketing techniques that they're applying online, right? So they are an online marketer. Specifically, when you're speaking about internet marketers, you could break that down more accurately into a couple of subcategories on what type of internet marketing or what type of online marketing they're doing. By doing that and subcategorizing what marketing techniques they're using, you can really get a better idea of what internet marketing really looks like, of what online marketing truly is. And this is why. There's some people that would consider themselves internet marketers, and rightfully so, because all they do is a paid advertising strategy. Let's say they use ads, and they're just using pay-per-click ads to promote a product or service. And they're doing that online, of course, so they're internet marketers. Well, they may do that and consider themselves an internet marketer. They may look over at someone that's, let's say, in a multi-level marketing opportunity that's using social media, let's say, to generate leads. So they're marketing online as well for a different type of product or service, a different type of opportunity. And so the strict internet marketer, the person that we mentioned before that's using pay-per-click ads may look over at this online networker, if you will, that's using social media and go, well, they're not really an internet marketer. Well, they're really not an online marketer. But are they? Yeah, I believe they are. Now, we may classify ourselves as all different types of things, but I think in reality, what's happening is people are wearing multiple different hats. If you're using any platform online, whether that's social media platforms like Facebook or YouTube, whether you're using Instagram or Periscope, maybe you're using Blab, maybe you're using Snapchat or Pinterest, maybe your network is primarily working on the LinkedIn platform. Well, all of those platforms, all of those social media platforms are accessible online, right? Those are all internet marketing strategies or online marketing. So is there really a difference? No, I don't believe so. Unless you're talking to someone that believes that their specific type of marketing style is the only way to market on the internet. And then it's really just a difference of opinion, right? It's not in fact true that you're not an internet marketer. It's in someone's opinion. So now if we break that down and we say, okay, well, if we look at internet marketing, if we look at online marketing, what are these subcategories of online marketing? What are these subcategories of internet marketing so that we can actually take a look and say, okay, well, what does this consist of? What constitutes internet marketing, or what constitutes online marketing? And so let's go ahead and let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let me do a screen share here and let's take a look at that really quick. And let's go over and take a look at that. And let's break that down for you a little bit more into these different types of marketing, right? In this case, we're talking about internet marketing. So let's talk about just a few. We have social media marketing. Okay, and this can include many different strategies. We could break this down, of course, into a bunch of subcategories as well if we wanted to. We could say that we could use video marketing. Is a type of internet marketing or online marketing. We could do pay-per-click marketing, right? Those are people that are doing paid ads. We could run solo ad marketing because that's a type of marketing. We could do email marketing. There's content marketing that you could do online as well. That's just a simple method of just producing content that's relevant to what it is that your audience is looking for. In this case, I can use a great example of the free daily coaching content, the webinar, the daily hangout, as content marketing, that I've used this content over and over and over, and that I've promoted this content to attract people to my brand and to attract people to my different websites, right? People are going to freedailycoaching.com. There's a good chance that they're checking out what products, what services I have available over on that website. So this is just a quick list of a few of the different types of internet marketing strategies that you could be using. Social media marketing, which could be broken down into a couple of different, at least a few different categories. Video marketing, again, that could be broken down into some subset categories and different styles of videos, different places where you can then use those videos to actually market, right? Different platforms that you could be distributing the videos on. Pay-per-click marketing. There's all different types of platforms that you can be using in this type of paid marketing strategy to be able to generate leads for your business, whatever your product or service, Solo ad marketing, again, another paid ad type of marketing, another way to reach people online. This is almost a subset or a form, if you will, of email marketing, in a sense that you're, in essence, hijacking someone else's list. A solo ad is of someone that's letting you market to their audience, and they're sending that ad, just that one ad out to their audience at a specific time. Then there's email marketing. This is marketing specifically to a list that you're building, that you're creating to your list, and doing that via email. So that's a type of internet marketing. Why? Because email is electronic. It's on the line, if you will, right? It's internet marketing. And then content marketing, we talked about that. So this is just a half a dozen. Are there more? Absolutely. We could sit here for probably another 15 minutes and just rattle off all these different types or methods, techniques of internet marketing, of online marketing techniques that you could use. And today we just wanted to discuss this. Hey, when people are talking about internet marketing, is it different than online marketing, or is this the same? Is this the same thing that people are talking about? So I believe that most of the time, we're talking about the exact same thing. In a rare instance, when you're talking to someone that may be an internet marketer that does a specific technique solely, and we're talking maybe about someone that's doing high volume, they may look at someone that's just getting started, or someone that's using social media, or someone that's building a network that's just getting started. They may think that they may not classify what they're doing as internet marketing, and not because the skill sets aren't there, not because you're not taking the same actions. I believe it's simply because people get so focused that they think that this one way is it. This is the only way. If you're not doing this, then you're not an internet marketer. Or if you're not doing this, then you're not a network marketer. If you don't do it this way, then you're not XYZ, right? Fill in the blank. I'm just giving you, I was doing the dramatic pause so you could fill in the blank there. If you're not blank, right? If you're not doing blank, then you're not blank. When that just isn't the case here, because internet marketing is vast. It covers so many topics. I just saw a question, Steve. Yes, you can absolutely promote the free daily coaching call if you'd like. Absolutely. Just send people over to freedailycoaching.com so they could get registered and come over and hang out with us each and every morning. So when you're looking at internet marketing, when you're talking about online marketing, we're talking about the same exact thing. Remember that we're really talking about a broad category that's going to consist of many different types of marketing techniques, of different types of marketing styles. And you'll see that when we talked this morning, just about a handful of different internet marketing methods that you could use, or online marketing skills that you could start to apply in your business. We talked about things that would be of varying interest to people. Some people may like to use social media platforms in marketing, so that may be of interest to them. Some people specifically may be only interested in specific or particular social media platforms. For instance, there may be some businesses out there that are simply not interested in doing business or using the Facebook platform, but they're absolutely willing to use Twitter or LinkedIn. There may be some businesses that don't want to do, or home-based businesses, individuals that don't want to do video marketing simply because they don't want to be on camera, right? They don't, and maybe they just haven't been educated on the fact that there's other ways to do video marketing, to use video marketing effectively and not have to be on camera. There might be some people that just are not into pay-per-click or solo ad emails because it's a paid strategy. Some people come into the home-based business space, especially, into internet marketing, and they're doing that to find a new freedom, to find a new way of generating income. And so they may not have a surplus of cash to go out and start testing and trying those methods. Then you may run into people that do, right? They have that budget. They've budgeted in, hey, in my business, I know I'm going to spend X amount in marketing, or I'm going to be spending X amount a month over the next 6 months to get this thing going, to kickstart my business. So they may already have that. Maybe you're like myself and you don't enjoy writing emails. Well, then you might not want to start out in email marketing. Maybe you don't like writing, right? So you can look at these different methods and say, yes, these are all different internet marketing skills. It's no different if I call them internet marketing or online marketing. The question is, am I going to focus on one strategy? Am I going to grab one specific method and apply it in my business until I get results, period? That's a good question to ask yourself if you're starting a business. If you're in a home-based business, if you're in a brick and mortar business and you're just getting started and you're trying to use internet marketing, if you're starting to apply some online marketing strategies to get more exposure, to get more business leads, to make more sales, then that's a question you need to ask yourself. Have I chosen a specific strategy, and have I committed to learning the ins and outs of that strategy and then apply them? Am I actually applying the strategy to get results? And one of the things that I love to suggest to people that come here to Free Daily Coaching is go out and learn a strategy, apply that strategy, and then go to the person that's teaching that specific strategy and tell them, hey, these are my results so far. Most of the people that are training, that are providing resources like that, are going to be excited to hear back from you. And most of those people have a place, some opportunity, some kind of a way, a method of being able to communicate back with them so that you could ask questions. And a teacher loves a student. It's something I've learned. So if you're taking action and getting results and then going back to the teacher, you're most likely going to be able to interact with that teacher. You're going to be able to interact with that person to be able to actually get the results, the questions to the results to them, and then the questions about those results if you want them to be different. So, application of one single strategy until you get results, because this is the reality. There's several different marketing techniques, we've just discussed that, all of which work, all of which are being used and applied right now at this moment by various individuals, all getting results, right? So if that is the reality, which we know that it is, then it's simply a matter of learning a method and applying it and applying it correctly so that we can get that result. And so this is the reality. If we're using a method and it's not quote unquote working for us, it's not that the method isn't working. It's not that that particular style or that technique doesn't work. What it really means is, as individuals, as business owners, as marketers, we haven't refined the skill set enough to get the required result, right? And the required result in the end as a business is a result that's going to give us a return on our investment. So what's required of you to be able to get the desired result? Well, I'm suggesting, and what I promote and what I teach, what I suggest and encourage to those that are here watching this video live or watching the replay, is that you pick one specific strategy and you apply that strategy until you get the result that you're looking for. Once you've done that, you're going to see a different picture open up. The world is going to look a little bit brighter. It's going to look a little bit bigger because you're going to have learned something new in addition to knowing it. And this is the key. In addition to knowing it, like we know something because we've read it, you have a different awareness level. You have a different skill set now because you've applied it. And the knowledge of knowing something because you've read it and the knowledge of knowing something because you have applied it and done it is two different things. They're two different things. Book knowledge is totally different than applicable knowledge. So having both gives you the advantage. So learning a skill, doing the training, reading the information, watching the videos, right? Absorbing the content is the first half. The second half is going out and actually applying it and getting the result. And if you don't get the result that you want, then it's going back and asking questions, rewatching, seeing, am I doing, right? This is important. Are the actions that I'm taking directly correlating to what I'm being taught, or is somewhere in this process from watching the video to applying the technique, somewhere from A to B, did I add my own sprinkle in? Did I add my own idea in so it changed what I was doing? I watched this, and then instead of going and doing exactly what I watched, I got ideas on the way and sprinkled in some of mine to see if that would work. And when it didn't work, I conveniently left out the remembering the part that I sprinkled some stuff in, and I just assumed that this method, this technique or strategy of internet marketing, of online marketing, was not a good strategy, or I just wasn't good at it, or this one specific thing just wasn't going to work for me. And if you've thought any of those things, then you're right where many of us have been. What I encourage you to do is press forward into one strategy, learn that specific method of internet marketing until you're getting the result that you want, right? Online marketing isn't just something you jump into if you've never been into marketing. It would be the same thing as saying, well, you've never been in construction, but I know that I guess you're just gonna jump right into high-end commercial and industrial construction, right? So you're coming from a totally another area in life and you're coming into marketing. And in this case, specifically internet marketing and online marketing, where we're talking about there's literally like millions of people online, right? Billions of people online, which is great if you're a marketer because there's such a huge audience, but it's daunting, right? There's a lot of people in this industry, in this workplace. The reality though is only a few will hone in and focus in on a specific strategy and get good enough at it to build a business. Why? I don't know. The 80-20 rule, right? That you hear about, the 90-10 rule. So if you're internet marketing, if you're online marketing, yes, it's the same thing in my opinion. I believe you're talking about the exact same thing. What I'd like to propose is that internet marketing, that online marketing is really a very broad term that's encompassing a bunch of other methods, a bunch of other techniques for online marketing, a bunch of other internet marketing strategies that will allow you to effectively get more leads, make more sales, and build a bigger business if you're focused in on one specific strategy and you apply that method until you get the positive result that you require to build your business. And if you do that, and if you can stay focused enough to do that, my belief is that when you learn this skill set to do one, you can take that skill set and huge portions of the information, the knowledge that you've gotten, both book knowledge and the applied knowledge, is now transferable, if you will, to the next skill set. Literally, you could take the skill sets that you've learned in one method, let's say using social media marketing, and you could transfer those skill sets over into your video marketing. That would transfer over in those video marketing skills into being able to become a more effective email marketer. Now, I'm not saying that everything transfers over to every single one, and if you're good at one, you'll be great at all of them. However, what I am saying is that if you stay focused enough to get results in one area, there's a way better chance, you have a higher probability of continuing that success, of continuing that ability to learn and apply, get results, and change the behavior to get the desired result, right? That whole entire loop is much more possible if you start and do it with one. If you never do it with one, then what you've really done is told yourself that this doesn't work and you can't do this. Excuse me. And when you go to the next task, you're going into it thinking, I'm not sure if I can do this. This probably doesn't work, right? Think of what that looks like on the other side of the coin. If you actually stayed doing something until you learned it, you'd be like, dude, I totally learned that. It totally works. I'm going to go learn something else. You'd probably learn the next thing even faster. You'd be more on fire. You'd be more excited. Why? Because now you've done something, one method, one online marketing method for long enough to get a result. And that's what's powerful about internet marketing. When you learn how to do it, when you learn what actions to take to get the desired result, then you know that you can do that over and over and over again online, and you can scale it up. That's what's exciting about it. What's not exciting is going from idea to idea to idea to idea to idea and never making any money, and jumping from program to program to program to program. And that's what most people do. So when we're talking about internet marketing and we're talking about online marketing, what we're really talking about is a broad subject that needs to be refined. And if you want to have success with internet marketing, if you want to start applying online marketing to your business to reach some bigger goals, you absolutely can. If you're willing to take some action and you're willing to refine that idea, that process down to a specific internet marketing strategy, to one specific online marketing method until you get the desired result. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us here at freedailycoaching.com. You can always go back to freedailycoaching.com to register for the live webinars. You can catch the video replays over on YouTube. Just simply go look up Bert Bledsoe on YouTube, or you can visit us over at bertbledsoe.com, where we do a daily blog post and we insert this video into the blog post to tell you a little bit more about these different types of marketing and the different subjects that we talk about each and every day. So hopefully today we answered the question for you about whether or not internet marketing is different than online marketing. And I think we've agreed that we're talking about the same thing. I want to thank you for joining us, and we'll see you the next time.